recipes here. We have Amanda and Taylor, and we're going to have another recipe using cabbages. We're going to make cabbage rolls, and I don't know how many of you have had them before, but they're really good. So what we're going to start out, we're going to make the filling first. And if Amanda, would you mix it up as Taylor puts in? First we're going to put in the ground beef, and we have onions over there. Now all of these ingredients are going to be on the recipe that's downstairs in the recipe rack. We're just putting it in, but you'll know what to put in when you get your recipe. So what did we just put in there? Some rice, onions, hamburger.
Eggs.
Egg, yep.
How much milk is this?
I think, what did we say on that? I think that's like a half a cup. One thing that Lorraine just told me here is we put hamburger in, but you could have put turkey in. You know, what you have available is what you can use to make these cabbage rolls. Glad I've got all my helpers here. And one thing we want to tell you is none of us are professional cooks. You know, we're just cooking these with the things that we have available here at the Mission. So it's easy for you at home. It'll just be the way it is with us here. We're just learning how we're doing this.
I love how easy the recipes are to follow, too.
Oh, I'm glad you said that. Okay, so that looks like it's mixed good. Now, one thing, Miss Linda has prepared for us our cabbage rolls. Not cabbage rolls, but the cabbage leaves. Let me put my recipe down here. What she did is she took these cabbage leaves off of the head of cabbage and she put it in boiling water for about 3 minutes. Then she took it out with a slotted spoon and put it on a cookie sheet or just something, you know, to drain it on. And these are all ready. Don't they look beautiful? Doesn't that green look really nice?
It does look yummy. Very
okay,
yummy.
So what we're going to do is Linda's going to show us how to wrap up the cabbage leaves and make our cabbage rolls, okay?
All right.
And then once we do that, we will make our sauce and put it right over our cabbage rolls, and we'll cook it and have it to eat.
Sounds good.
All right.
We're going to put together 4 cabbage rolls here. And so we'll take a spoonful of our filling and we're going to put it down right in the middle of our cabbage roll, of our cabbage leaf. We're going to take the tough side of the cabbage and we're going to fold it over. We're going to fold one side over, another side over, get all your little leaves up like this. And if you need to, you can use a toothpick to fasten it all together. If you don't think that you need the toothpick, you don't have to. Then turn it upside down in your baking dish right there, and that's all there is to it.
Miss Linda, does the hamburger have to be cooked when we do this?
In this particular recipe, we pre-cooked the hamburger and we pre-cooked the rice. There are recipes that you don't have to do that, you just have to bake them longer.
All right, now while the girls are making the cabbage rolls, which they definitely look good, we're going to make the sauce real quick. Now, we're going to be putting a sauce on top of these cabbage rolls after they get all 4 of them made. And what we do is we've already made the sauce, but it was so easy. What we did is we had our 8 ounces of tomato sauce, and we had here, it's 14.5 ounces of stewed tomatoes. Now this is no salt, but it's just because that's what we had in the house. If you want a little bit more salt in it, go ahead and add it. And then we had our water that we added, and we just mixed it all together, and you're just going to have a consistency something like this. Okay, so after Taylor gets the last cabbage roll made, we will put this over the top of it, and then we're going to put it in an oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees, and we're going to bake it for about 40 to 45 minutes. Then when we're all done, we'll take it out and we will thicken the sauce, and we'll show you how to do that after we take it out of the oven. Okay, Amanda?
Sure.
There you go, hon.
These are so colorful. It's like
I know. Isn't that the nicest color, the way those look like that?
sometimes color makes you want to eat it. Like, if it's colorful, it looks more appetizing sometimes.
Well, it's true. I mean, you think in restaurants, what do? They have red tablecloths a lot of times. You know, red's just one of those good colors for some reason. And the green. You know, one thing that...
Do I add all of it?
Yes. Yeah, add it all in, because you'll use the juice. And if you're having other food, that juice will go over it. But we're going to thicken that juice when we're done cooking this. And one thing that was just pointed out to me that I forgot to say is the brighter the colors a lot of times indicates how fresh they are and how much nutrition's in it. Isn't that right, Pam? What you're saying?
Yep.
So color is a good indicator of the value of your food. All right, so we're ready to put that into the oven now. Doesn't that look nice?
Looks so good. Cannot wait to taste this one.
All right, now for the final finishing touch, after you've taken your cabbage rolls out of the oven and stuff like that, you're gonna have your sauce that's in your pan. What you wanna do is take your cabbage rolls, put them on a plate, separate them, and then the sauce, we've got a little bit here to show you. You would take the sauce that was in your baking dish and put it into a saucepan, and then add just a small amount of cornstarch. We've been calling it a scant. We've all been discussing a scant. A scant is just a little bit. And put your cornstarch in here and bring it to a slight boil. And when you mix it up, and that cornstarch is going to make it thicken. Okay? So you'll have this nice and thick. And what you're going to do, once it thickens to about this consistency here, you'll pour it over your cabbage rolls just like that. Now, one of you mentioned, what was it about, cheese or something? Wanting to put something extra on? Or
Could we put cheese on it if we wanted to?
they were saying that there's a lot of things you can put on this. Cheese would be good, but there's a lot of flavors already with the tomatoes and stuff. So, okay, so we'll have added that. Let's try one. Let's take one. We're going to try our food here. That looks good. And let's get a knife and fork. Let's see what we've got right here. Get us a few forks. Amanda, do you think that one will cut?
I'm sure it will.
Okay.
Oh, cabbage is so tender, it just tears.
Yeah, and one thing to remember is cabbage is so good for you. It's one of those vegetables that's called, oh, I didn't put any sauce on. Here, we made our sauce, showed everybody, we didn't put it on it. Let's put some of this on it. We'll see how the moisture, how that tastes. Try that.
It's kind of messy.
Yeah,
well.
those messy dishes.
Doesn't mean it won't be delicious.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give this a try. Cut this right.
Sounds like I didn't do a very good job.
Oh, you did a great job. Let's try this. I just love cabbage, and it's one of those underrated vegetables. People don't realize how good it can taste with, my gosh, this sauce on it. It's
Delicious.
It's just delicious. So again, the recipe is downstairs. Leslie's got it all ready for you. And what do you say, girls, about our winning recipe here? It's from who?
The winning team.